Hey ladies, it's me, Tamikia TTC. Welcome back. So today I am 19 weeks and 2 days. Yeah, it's Sunday. 19 weeks, 1 day. 19 weeks, 1 day, yes. Alright, so I figured I'd come in here and do a bum date before I forgot. I apologize. It's almost 11 o'clock at night and I am tired. I want to just lay down. So I will get to the nitty gritty here. So, first things first, still no symptoms. The only major symptom, fatigue. My appetite hasn't picked up. My weight hasn't picked up. I am basically trying to get rest on a regular cadence. From the last video, I do feel a lot better. I picked up a bunch around here. I vacuumed the floor. It's made a world of difference. I mean, a world of difference. So I am thankful for the 3-day weekend and the time I was able to get off. I have not been able to take any additional time off. I'm still working on that, but there's just so much to do. So I spent the better part of the last week procuring estimates for my roof. I can't even call it a roof repair. It's a roof replacement. So found out that since my homes are twin, I have to get the homeowner next door involved. I was worried that he wouldn't want to be involved. Goodness. I think that's the water bowl in the kitchen. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Cats were like out of water. There's like a little filter thing. It makes a lot of noise when the water's out. Okay, so yeah, so I had to ask the neighbor next door, the neighbor next door, if he wanted to replace his roof as well. Turns out he does. So I'm very blessed in that respect, but there's just a lot to do. So I spent the better part of last week dealing with the roofers. I called 5. All 5 called me back, and they were coming and doing their estimates, and I'm asking questions and all of that. I have to get the HOA involved. It's a lot. It's a lot. It makes me wish I didn't own a home, but this is part of being a homeowner, right? So anyway, so there's that, and I do certainly feel a lot better about the living room and being home and all that great stuff. I was a bit productive this weekend. I did some shopping for myself. So there's that. I almost never shop for myself. So I don't want to say never, but I don't shop that often. I actually hate shopping. I love to buy new things, but I hate shopping, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of weird that way. I've been feeling a little miserable, lots of sneezes. I'm still a little nasally. I've been blowing my nose the last few days. It kind of comes and goes, like it sticks around for about 3 days and then it disappears. So I guess it's just like a normal cycle of something. I don't know if it's like something I'm allergic to or just like the pregnancy rhinitis, where you just have congestion. There's like no mucus up there, but I'm just congested and I'm sneezing a lot. So there's that. I was productive this weekend. I am sort of trying to manage 2 baby showers now. One here in Orlando, one in Philadelphia. I can't confirm. There will be a shower in Philadelphia. So there's that. So see me about that. My friend that I went out with last Friday, she volunteered to throw the shower here in Orlando. It's really sweet of her. She didn't have to. And I am in the mode of saying yes and thank you to people who offer me help. And she wanted to do this, and I'm so happy that she wants to do it, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have a shower here. So there's the plan for that. So at least as of now, the shower here in Orlando will be in September, and the one in Philadelphia will be next month. in July because I really wanted to get it done before I got into my third trimester. I'm well into my second trimester, so I don't have a whole lot of time. So I just booked that, and so that's going to be like July 13th, I think, something like that. So it's going to be in July. That's what's happening. What else have I done? So at least I figured that part out. I got the roofers together, and I think that's kind of where I am. So I feel like I was productive this weekend. Probably not with the things I needed to be productive with, but I was productive nonetheless. So there's that. As far as pregnancy goes, like I said, there hasn't been a whole lot. I have my anatomy scan next week. Well, not even next week, in a couple days. On Tuesday, actually. And that will be, yeah, sorry. I lose my train of thought really easily. But anyway, I'll have my anatomy scan on Tuesday. That's probably the most exciting thing that's going on. I still don't know for sure if I'm feeling movement of the baby. There are times where I certainly feel like I feel something. I feel like the kid kicks into my cervix, and it's all of everything that I'm feeling is actually like painful. It's like sharp pain. I don't feel flutters. It doesn't feel like when I feel gas moving, it actually hurts me. So for a baby movement to feel like gas moving, that actually hurts. So there's that. So I'm not sure. I just feel like what I attribute to baby movement feels different every single time. So that's why I'm just not sure. I feel like my mind is playing tricks on me and whatnot. And when I use the home Doppler and I hear him move in the home Doppler, I don't feel anything. So I still need to look to see if there are any notes on where my placenta is, whether it's anterior or posterior. I do know that if I have an anterior placenta, that's a placenta that's more in the front, it'll be a lot more difficult for me to feel baby movement. So I'm wondering about that. So I really need to look into my notes. If I don't find anything in the notes, then I'll be asking at my scan about the placement of my placenta to see if that is why I haven't really felt anything yet. As far as like a bump, I feel like my stomach gets bigger when I eat. I still don't feel like I have a bump. Like I'm looking at other people who are, weeks behind me or about the same as me, and they have like these glorious baby bumps, and I just don't have a bump yet. So I'm just trying to be patient. I'm trying to be patient about that. It kind of bums me out a little bit that I don't have a bump yet. I don't know. I spent a good bit reading to the baby today since he can hear. So I have two of my favorite books. These are favorite books of poems. I have them right here because I was reading one to the baby. I was reading Where the Sidewalk Ends to the baby earlier today. And then I have A Lighthouse in the Attic. Both of them are Shel Silverstein books. He also wrote The Giving Tree. If you're familiar with those, these are like classics from my childhood. I love a lot of the poems and stuff in there. So I'm just going to read these books over and over and over until I get more books to actually read to the kids. So that's part of what I'm going to do here. And some of these poems aren't necessarily for kids, but I don't know. I just want this baby to get used to the sound of my voice. So I'm just going to read to him with that. And I really like these books. It's kind of like nostalgic for me. So that's fun. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's it. Other than the fact that I have the scan on Tuesday. So I really don't have a whole lot more, or really a whole lot of anything to talk about, because not much is going on pregnancy wise, but so much is going on in life in general. I did do the spina bifida blood work that blood work has come back. I've been able to see those results. Those results have come back negative. So open spina bifida, all that blood work came back fine. And again, we're still looking forward to seeing if the baby has a nasal bone. In my anatomy scan, hopefully baby's in a good position. And I don't know, but then the nasal bone can mean absolutely nothing. So I'm trying my best not to worry about it. I've got bigger fish. I don't want to say bigger fish to fry, but I've got other things to worry about than to be worried about whether my baby has Down syndrome or not. So I'm trying to just look at it as kind of a non-issue, because it doesn't necessarily mean anything. All the other tests are pointing to the baby being fine. So I just want to sit back and believe the baby is fine, and you know, just kind of go from there. It does make me worry a little bit for the anatomy scan. The anatomy scan tends to let you know if the baby is developing normally, and I had a little hesitation about sending out save the dates for my Philly shower, since it's coming up really quickly, because I was playing around with dates on the Philly shower. At first I was thinking maybe I would do it in August, and now it turns out that I am doing it in July, so it's like coming up really quick. So I needed to get some save the dates out relatively soon, which also has some sort of nerve-wracking things in it as well. Since I announced my pregnancy on Facebook, you all know I don't have the best relationship with my mother, and I haven't really talked to her, and I have another sister that lives with her right now, and I'm not really on speaking terms with her either. So I know other family that I'm friends with on Facebook now. They know that I'm pregnant. I'm sure my mom and my sister know that I'm pregnant, but none of them has attempted to make any contact with me about it. I haven't attempted to make any contact with them about it, but why would I? Because I don't talk to you on a regular basis, so why would I bother you with it at this point? It's not like you call and check on me and see if I'm okay or anything like that. So and I'm no exception, you know. They don't really call other people in the family either, so it's just who they are. So I'm not necessarily holding it against them, but I sent out some save the dates like on Facebook, because that's where most of the people that I'm in contact with from Philly, most of that is through Facebook. So I put the save the dates up there, and I included my sister, who, well, my mom's not on Facebook, but I included my sister. She's on Facebook, and the thing about it is she and I are not friends on Facebook, but I invited her anyway. The intention is for her to bring my mom. Maybe they're still waiting on an actual phone call from me, but if she didn't know that I was pregnant, I'm sure she already does. But if she didn't know, now they know. You heard it from me. I'm inviting you to a gathering that I'm throwing for my baby shower. So, not that you're volunteering to do anything, but whatever. You're either going to come or you're not going to come. It's not going to break my heart either way. But I'm extending the olive branch. That's all I can do. So that's what I'm doing there. So it's just been a busy weekend. And I'm still trying to get through like the stressors of things that are going on with work, and trying my best to get through it. Just trying my best to get through it, and I'm struggling, y'all. I'm really struggling. I'm trying my best to pull life together, but I really just need time off. I need time off. I need to take some actual time off of work to kind of work on these things and kind of get back on track, because I feel like people are like, maybe you just need to rest. And it's just like, I need to rest, but I have so much that I have to get done. Oh, I will say what I also did this weekend is I decided on the wall color in the nursery. I decided on the furniture color for the nursery. I've actually window shopped furniture, and you know how much I want to spend and all of that. I haven't purchased anything. But now that, pardon me, there are three major things that I wanted to get done in regards to the nursery. I had to, one, decide on the wall color, how I was going to paint the wall. I haven't picked out a specific color, But you know, I've mentioned previously that the colors in the nursery are going to be mint green and gray. Um, and I couldn't decide whether I was going to paint the walls mint green, paint the walls gray, paint most of the walls gray, have an accent wall that is mint green. I had not decided on that. So what was going to make my decision about that was going to be the bedding and the furniture color, because I originally wanted some dark wood color, like natural wood color. But then I kind of got tied up on like gray furniture, so I hadn't decided any of that. And all of that was kind of laid upon what bedding I wanted to use in the nursery. So I finally decided on the bedding that I'm going to use, which helped me decide the furniture color, which helped me decide the wall color. So and then, you know, my niece was in that room. My carpet is basically like destroyed. Considering everything else I have to purchase, I really can't afford to replace the carpet right now. So I wanted to look into a very large area rug that would take up most of the carpet space in that room. So I also shopped an area rug, and I found a bunch of options that I like that would go in here. Hi, Ninja. He's down here. You can't hear him. I mean, you can't see him. You can hear him, but you can't see him. So, all of that has been like, I've window shopped all of that, and I finally made some decisions. So now I just have to have the room, before I purchase anything and bring it in here, I want to get the room painted. And I don't want to paint the room myself, although I would quite normally paint the room myself. So, all right, Ninja, he's messing with the cord, he's shaking the camera. So now I have to hire a handyman, but now it's just like, I have to get my roof replaced. There's like all these like upgrades and things that I'm trying to do with the roof. I have to have, you know, my 2 skylights replaced, and all of that's going to be extra on top of what insurance is paying for. So it's just like, I'm just bleeding money now. I feel like I'm bleeding money again. So I have insurance money to get this stuff done. There's some stuff that's going to come out of my pocket because there are some upgrades that I'm trying to do in regards to the roof, like different kinds of shingles. Like the shingles I have on my roof are only graded for like 60-mile-an-hour winds. I'm upgrading them to the shingles that are rated for 130-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, it is Florida, you know, hurricane season, all that great stuff. 60-mile-an-hour winds is like a regular day during hurricane season here. So I'm surprised the shingles have hung on for as long as they have. So, so there's that. There's just so much to do, so much to deal with. The guy next door, while he's on board for getting the roof done, he's opinionated as well. Like, he wants a certain color shingles, he wants a certain underroofing, and all this other kind of stuff. We have to get the HOA involved in the color shingles that he wants. There isn't a single house in the subdivision that's using that color shingle, so now we need their approval. And he wants those shingles because they're more energy efficient, which I'm all on board for. But again, we have to agree to the HOA's palette. And if that color is not in the palette, or somebody says no, I guess we can't do it. And the thing about it is, it's not like they make bubblegum colored shingles. So it's not like I'm going to put some weird colored shingles on top of the house. But I don't know how it all works. We're supposed to get their permission. I just want to get their permission. Right, Ninja? So I just want to get their permission and do everything right. It's just a hassle. And it's on my nerves, you know? It's on my nerves. So most of the guys have been here. They've done their estimates. I'm just waiting for all the estimates to roll in, and I have to decide who I want to use, and get the neighbor next door to be on board, which he has his own roofing guy as well. So I'm not sure if we're going to agree on the same roofing people. He hasn't said anything about bringing his roofing guy over to be a part of the estimates either, but I don't have time to wait on him to get his guy out here. It's not like he told me who his guy was, and I put him in contact with all the guys that I had come in here, and then you know, they measured both roofs and all that good stuff. So it's just so much. It's just so much, and I feel like I'm rambling now, but this is like the last thing I want to deal with, and I'm mentally exhausted dealing with this. I'm mentally exhausted when it comes to work. I'm physically exhausted thanks to this baby, and so I'm just tired all around. I'm just tired. And like right now it's 11:12, and all I really want to do is just like sleep. I really just want to go to sleep, but I wanted to record this video for you guys because once this week gets started, I'm not sure when I'll actually be able to get it done. So, all right, Ninja, I need you to calm down somewhere. Okay, can you have a seat just for a little bit? He's like, oh my gosh, these cats. So anyway, before this video gets too long, this is what I've got on. This has been my 18-week bump date. I am 19 weeks, 1 day today. Anatomy scan is on Tuesday, so hopefully that will go well. And I will see you guys next time. Probably on Tuesday because, you know, I'll have scan pictures and all that great stuff. So I'll probably see you in the car after the anatomy scan on Tuesday and let you guys know what all the goings on before I forget. But other than that, everything is going fine. Oh, I went to the movies. I think I said I was going to go see Intruder. We ended up seeing Avengers, which for me is now the third time that I've seen Avengers. I still have not seen The Intruder. It is what it is. The Avengers is a good movie. I've seen it 3 times in the movies now. I will say, when I saw it last Friday, I did fall asleep. It was a 9 o'clock movie. It was a 9 o'clock start. It's a 3-hour movie. I just didn't make it through the whole thing. We had food first, so I always fall asleep after food. It is what it is. But I had seen the movie twice already, so I really didn't need to like be awake for it either. And my friend, she felt so bad because she was just like, oh my gosh, you know, I didn't want to keep you out late because I know that you're pregnant and everything. And I was just like, I've got like pregnancy insomnia. And to be honest, I worked all day that Friday, and then we went out, and I was worried about whether I would be able to stay up anyway. So I'm glad we saw a movie that I saw already, because if we went to go see Intruder, I probably would have fell asleep on it as well. So that's fine. That's fine. I will say that I have all the best intentions to like leave my house this weekend. It just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. So, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, right? Oh, one thing I wanted to say, weird thing. So, this particular week, one of the things that I've noticed, I've always said that my boobs are definitely bigger. They certainly are. What I haven't mentioned is that, you know, and this is probably a little TMI, so if you don't want to hear it, you know, kind of go la 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 la. But the TMI here is that, well, you know, one of the symptoms of being pregnant is that your areolas become darker. So my areolas have been dark for some time now. They darkened up pretty early. But I will say, you know, this particular week, I have noticed nipple sensitivity, which I had not had any of probably since the very beginning of my 2-week wait. So I hadn't had any nipple sensitivity until this week. And then the other thing I noticed is that sometimes it seems like the areolas have like a leathery texture, feel like very thick, coarse. They feel very different than before pregnancy. So I'm trying to be as real as I can without being gross, without having too much TMI. But I mean, these are the changes that a woman's body goes through during pregnancy, right? So I guess expect your areolas to become leathery. That's the thing. They're not like that all the time, but it just kind of seems like, especially like in the mornings, they just seem to be, I don't know, like really thick and leathery. Maybe this is just all in preparation for the baby to be on them. And the apps are saying I can expect to maybe start seeing colostrum about now. I have not seen any. I'll be interested to see some. My boobs are definitely bigger. They're not like huge. They're definitely a lot more full. I don't have any like new, I've got old stretch marks just from, you know, being a fluffy girl, but I don't have any new stretch marks. They're just more full, right now. So they're not bigger. Sometimes they kind of itch on the sides. Most of the itching that I'm feeling right now has to do with my myomectomy scar. But that will itch when my skin is dry in general, not necessarily because it's stretching or anything like that. Again, I do feel like my stomach is like bigger. I can't eat as much as I'm used to eating. I can't put down as much. I do also realize that I am drinking a lot more. Oh, that's my sprinkler. Sorry. Like you hear noises outside, you go, wait, what's that? But that's the sprinklers going on outside. But yeah, so I do notice I'm drinking a lot more water. So there's that. News on the insulin pump. I still don't have the insulin pump. Turns out that they've been waiting on the pre-authorization from insurance. So I don't have the insulin pump. I don't know when I'm going to get the insulin pump at this point, because insurance likes to take their time when it comes to pre-authorizations. So I have no idea when that's going to come in. But, you know, I'm almost halfway there now. So it's like, let's do this pump thing already. Let's do this pump thing already. But I've been, as tired as I've been and as rough as this week has been, I've been really, really horrible about my 6 meals a day. And I've also been really, really horrible about taking my glucose. And I feel bad because I feel like I'm going to get scolded because we finally found dosages of medicine that gets my fasting numbers within range where they want to see. But it's been so busy and I've been so tired that, and my mood not in a great place, that I've been very neglectful about my after meal, like my 1 hour after meal glucose things. So I really need to get back on track with that. At least I'm at a point where she just wants me to report to her every week and not twice a week. So I just have to get better. I just have to get better with it. I'm horrible with the lunchtime. I haven't, like, I just say I've been getting, you know, at least 2 meals a day. Most days I get 3 meals a day, and my bedtime snack. So that's 4 meals. I'm short the 2 meals. I've been eating breakfast really, really late and then missing the morning snack. So I really have to get back in line with that. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm tired and I'm not hungry. And I feel like I'm forcing myself to eat. So that's all that's going on with me. Again, I'm trying to keep this video as short as I can, but I just feel like there's a lot more going on in life in general than there is, like, specifically with pregnancy. So I don't know. This was probably a little boring for a bump date, and Tuesday will be a lot more exciting because that will be some results from my anatomy scan and some additional conversations with the doctor. So I'll probably get scolded by them too about my glucose numbers because they won't have a whole lot to go on. So anyway, and I really have to get better about the meals because I can't be on the insulin pump and skipping meals, because then I will have hypoglycemic episodes, and that's not good for me and it's not good for the baby. So I guess it's just as well that I'm not on the insulin pump. Missing meals is not a good idea if I'm going to be on the insulin pump. So I'm trying my best, y'all. I'm trying my best. But all right, so I'm going to get out of here because I'm at like 28 minutes and some seconds. So sticky baby dust to all those TTC. Bye.